welcome back to another episode of the Fourth Down Podcast. You already know it's your boy Leak here with the usual guys, Shad,
Hi.
Trey, and Dorian.
Was good.
So, we're just gonna hop right into it. This isn't gonna be no candid episode. This is gonna get crazy. So, since we last recorded, there's been crazy moves happening in NFL free agency. One of I've been personally encrypted into because it was 2 weeks ago. It was on a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago on a Friday night, we all got the notification on our phones across the world that the Max Crosby was being traded to the Ravens for a first-round pick this year. Our first-round pick this year, which was number 14, and a 2027 first-round pick for next year's draft. And the world went insane. It was like the biggest news. I was the happiest fan.
It was
the craziest thing ever. We fast forward to a week from there, and was
Not even a week.
Was it? Because I was say, was it even Friday night?
Even a week.
It was. So 5 days later, the notification comes across everyone's phone that the Ravens backed out of the deal with the trade of the Las Vegas Raiders for Max Crosby, and immediately it seemed like that blew up way more than him being traded to the Ravens. A lot of things have been said since then. The main thing from it is the fact that he came in for a physical, I want to say the day that they backed out of the trade. He came in for a physical that morning, and based off of what the team doctors at the Ravens organization saw, they were not okay with doing this trade, so they backed out of it. I'm sure y'all want to know exactly how I feel about it. Initially, I was hurt. I was crushed. I went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows.
Oof.
Call it coping, call it finding reasons, but in reality, because we're going to talk about other free agencies that I don't want to get too ahead, but because of where we kind of headed after the situation and where we are now, I'm not as upset. I do want to say I feel like it's a kind of a stretch for people to try to say like we trying to pull some dirty tactics. Like we saw some things that we didn't like, so we didn't want to necessarily go with getting rid of 2 first-round future draft picks. Y'all can look at me however y'all want to look at me, but I guarantee you, if y'all was in the same situation, y'all would say the same thing.
We can all give our thoughts.
Actually,
you know,
so-
we can all give our thoughts.
Now I want to know how do you
So here's my thing, right? When you inquire to trade on someone, you actually get the medicals from the other team. You usually just conduct your own physical to see for it yourself. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that those medicals lined up, but you knew he had a bad knee.
That's what I was going to
right?
say. Yeah.
So you knew he had a bad knee. Maybe you didn't know it was as bad, but you knew he had a bad knee, and you still were willing to give up 2 firsts, which means you had thought that no matter where his knee was at, he was going to be ready at least by, I'd say, week 1. I'm not going to put him on training camp or OTAs and none of that because that's too soon.
They said he was going to be ready by week 1.
Yeah,
That's what he said today.
And so in my head, and basically what the Raiders called the Ravens out for was the fact that y'all knew where his knee was at the whole time, but the Ravens didn't know that they was going to get that. The storyline is the Ravens didn't know that they was going to get Hendrickson at the number that they got him for, and so when they realized that was a possibility that they can do, they pulled out of that and then they went that direction. And then the narrative is, I'm not saying true or right because I'm not in the room,
Right.
True or wrong. Then the narrative was spent that the original plan was to get both.
And
It's,
The
I
numbers don't line up for them
I
to
don't
do
know
that
about that,
because it would have
bro.
been like real tight.
And it's funny, but because I read like it was a tweet. It was like, yo, this is the most Bill Belichick thing ever. Like Bill, it's crazy. Like a guy like Bill who finds all the loopholes has never done that before. I was like, wait, you can kind of just pull out of trees and just destroy everyone's cat maneuvering moves and
Now,
stuff like that.
I will say, yes, does it look bad? Yeah, but like again, we're not in the rooms. No, and again, there's not been an official 100% word of what's gone out. So like
We're probably never going to get that.
we probably never will. You know what I mean? Even down the closest we'll get is what Max was on this podcast today, came out and just talking about how he was frustrated and devastated and confused about the Ravens backing out. And it's like,
Well, can we talk about that too?
what?
Like how they flew him to DC
Yeah.
and then he had to drive from DC up to Baltimore.
I
Like
didn't know that. I just saw
that
his
just-
story.
that
I just saw
just
his
came out.
story
Yeah,
that he was here.
He had to fly. Yeah, he flew
That
to DC.
was
and had
crazy.
to drive up. I mean,
Come on, Ravens. Come on, you're
Like,
supposed to be
who
a
cares?
first-class organization.
Look, that
You
ain't.
can't
That,
fly to BWI. Why you gotta go to DCA?
I mean, DC's probably the better, well-known airport. Hey, look, all I'm saying is, and I mean, again, like I said, this is just my take from it. If Max comes out week 1 of this season and has an amazing season, then I'm gonna eat my words, and we're all gonna, it is what it is. We'll just have to live with it. But I genuinely feel like we don't do that unless we saw something that wasn't in what we received from the Raiders as far as the note, like medical records about his knee that our own doctors received. Because if you got to think about it, the Raiders already had told him, we don't want you here. We're moving on from you. We're gonna find a way to get rid of you. The Raiders wanted to get that man out of there, and they found the best price that they could from the idiots over here in Baltimore.
Yeah, first of all, I wouldn't have gave 2 first anyway.
And that was what and I remember you said that.
And that's what leads to my opinion of, I think y'all continue to have conversations, and then y'all realize, yo, that's a little steep.
I was gonna say, yeah. My whole thing was, I thought before any of the stuff came out, I thought maybe they were like, maybe 2 firsts is a little too much for us. That's what we were talking about at work. We was like, maybe we can do something else. We can just buy back because 2 first rounds is steep for us, and we don't normally do that. That's what we were saying. But then it came out, the whole knee stuff. But
I mean, I don't know. I might sound crazy for saying this, and it might just be me and a delusional fan, but it's like, okay, what was stopping them from having that thought 2 days, not 5 days later after the physical, which I'm sure they saw something bad.
The thing is,
and I'm sure you're going to say that's where they could use the leverage.
What stopped them from coming to that decision earlier? I mean, as you go through free agency and you realize you don't know who else they missed out on in conversations. Right. And they might have felt as though, especially the way y'all team was at the moment, y'all hadn't signed Hendrickson yet and none of that. So y'all had realized that y'all had lost so many players. And originally, y'all might have thought that some of those guys that left, that went to the Giants, or some of the guys that with Linderbaum going to the Raiders, y'all might have thought y'all was going to be able to keep some of those pieces. And now you realize, oh, dang, we lost 7 or 8 starters. We can't afford to just throw away 2 first-round picks for 1 player. Originally, if y'all, had on your board that you would keep maybe half of those guys, then you just plug and play Crosby, and now we're ready to go for a Super Bowl. But once y'all realized y'all was losing, a lot of these guys in free agencies, you might have been like, all right, we're not just 1 player away, so we need to keep those picks, and we could still get Hendrickson. So that's what I'm saying. Those conversations develop as free agency goes on.
To the floor. If we still, because drafting what? We still a couple weeks away from draft night. Almost a month.
Like a month.
Yeah. We got a month before draft night.
Draft night should be.
If we still end up trading these picks away that we were so crazy for doing in the first place to go get another superstar or another star caliber player, does this whole narrative get debunked that we backed out of the Crosby trade because we didn't want to get rid of our trades? I feel like then it double downs on the
not really.
It's how if we still end up trading away our picks for another star caliber player.
My thing about
then the whole narrative that we did it because we didn't want to lose our picks don't matter no more.
It's just like
we just traded them.
I just don't get why y'all even backed out in the first place. I think y'all honestly should just trade the picks anyway. Everybody was debating me all week about this for the last 2 weeks. I'm like, why not trade them? They don't draft good. The Ravens.
The
Ravens do not draft that well for them to trade away at least one of those first round picks.
The Ravens team is mostly drafted though.
I mean, you got Lamar,
they got a few
75% of the roster's drafted.
A few good pieces.
I agree with
compared to how many draft picks you get a year. They don't draft that.
I think they've hit on almost every first round pick they've taken.
But all I'm saying is
historically, outside,
because it's 50-50.
It's 50-50. Because more recently, yes, I don't agree with you more recently, but that middle era that we're obviously before the first draft of Ray Lewis and Ogden.
Nah, since Lamar's been there, y'all been hitting in the first.
But even so with
that's
that,
recently, I'm saying
even so with that, you decided to back out with Crosby because I guess he's hurt. But Trey was in that same situation last year. He was basically hurt, struggling to get a contract from the team he was with already.
And he's older.
So, why not take the trade, take a younger person, give him the time to heal? He said he was going to heal anyway.
Because he don't cost 2 firsts.
I get what you're saying, but either or, I don't think they would have. They're in a good situation regardless, but I don't think they would have been in a bad spot if they kept the trade.
I don't know.
What you mean? Right now, currently.
I mean,
I'm not
y'all probably use y'all money a little.
You would have picked Max over Trey, or is that?
No. I'm talking about they're in a good spot. I think they lost a lot of players, and they're going to fail.
But that's the thing. They were going to lose those players regardless. That's my thing. All of those players. Were
I don't
gonna
think
leave
they knew
regardless.
they was gonna lose those players regardless.
And I know that's the
Yeah.
issue.
I think
Like,
they knew they were going to lose under.
they were going to lose a lot of
it.
players regardless. Especially like most of the people that took most of their players are the Giants. Everybody followed Harbaugh, so it's like, what can you do about that? Like,
Which I just want to say this real quick before we get into anything, because like I've been saying this like as all these guys leaving and going to the Giants, and it's like I'm not like knocking them, but it's just like it should open our eyes as Ravens fans when everybody's all out there, rah, rah, oh, Lamar's the best, I can't play with nobody else but Lamar, blah, blah. When it came down to it, you see who Harbaugh's guys was. They was all Harbaugh guys. So, like, I'm just saying. I just
feel like Harbaugh did y'all dirty because he left and gave Likely that same.
I was thinking,
he gave Mark. I was like, damn.
And that's why I say, like,
that's crazy.
That's why, and I mean, like, it's a business, and it is what it is at the end of the day, but it's like Isaiah being one of the main guys that was dick riding Lamar. It's like you did all that dick riding, and you already knew who you was gonna stick with in the end if it came down to it.
Let me ask y'all this then, since we talked about the weirdness. I'm not even going to say it was intentional, right? It was just weird.
Insane.
Just weird.
Yeah.
Completely.
Do y'all think that we should have a tampering period, or do you think free agency should just start when the league opens? Because these handshake, like technically the Ravens, even though like we people call it weird because of how it took place, but technically these are handshake deals until Wednesday comes.
And I was going to say,
so in my opinion, the reason they gave us the tampering period is because people used to illegally do it. So they're like, all right, we're going to let y'all talk. But the thing is, until we sign the paperwork on Wednesday, I could pull out of whatever deal I want to.
right.
So do y'all think we should have a tampering period? Or should it just, no, you cannot talk to anybody until Wednesday at what is it, 4 o'clock when it opens up? Something like that?
I think it should be a tampering period, but I don't think it should be publicized. Whatever they deal with.
That's not going to happen.
I know it's not going to. I know it's not going to, but that's what made this situation look bad. If it wasn't publicized, we would have never knew. Like, we would have never knew that they were getting Max Crosby until that Wednesday. Like,
But they giving you the tampering period because too much of it was happening behind closed doors.
right. And I like I understand it. I understand that, but it's like if you do away with it, and then it kind of would cause people to end up doing it illegally more. Like, I don't think there's something you can't remove.
But the problem with the Max Crosby thing isn't even really like, obviously the Ravens look the worst in the situation, regardless of what really happened. But the problem with that is they agreed to trade him, and then they had their whole free agency based off of him not being there. So now they got all these guys that they signed. Luckily, they can still afford it because the cap space worked out well. But what if they were a team that was up against the cap and moved the guy to get the cap, and now you're getting it back?
What do you do
and
in
you
that
signed all
situation?
these
Like,
people.
You got to like.
You got
Resend
You got to, some of them guys got to go back to free agency.
That's crazy.
I know I'm gonna
crazy.
I'm gonna sound biased as fuck because I've clearly, but
you have all right to be.
and I mean, like, look, honestly, what we did is not even like we did something illegal. It's just the fact that this was probably
No, it's not illegal.
we the first people to ever do it. So that's why it's just like, but it's like people got to understand, like, we didn't do nothing wrong, really. So
But
it's
that's why I'm saying with the handshake
well, they gotta deal with that.
deals, that throws off the whole rest of the league. Because look, it worked out this time.
Yeah.
But imagine, like I said, they didn't have the cash space after bringing Crosby back onto their record books. So now all these guys are back on the free agency. Now all the guys that they just signed have to take lesser contracts because all these other teams that wanted them have already moved on because they didn't get them.
karma.
It's like a domino effect.
And
You know what I mean?
And the only thing now about that is like, because before y'all got him and y'all put up the 2 firsts, the Cowboys went and talked to get him. I'm glad y'all did that because they backed out. But like they backed out wholeheartedly because of what y'all said, and basically saying they lied about him in health, even though I don't think they lied. Well, I don't know. Max Crosby would have told you what the fuck was wrong with him. Like, maybe the Raiders did lie, maybe they didn't. We would never know. But it was like, I think yeah, of course. I think it now interferes with Max Crosby and then getting traded. And if they did want to move him now, you kind of can't. Because, like,
No, you just got to lower the price.
Yeah.
but then they're not going to. You think they're going to
You got to
do
get them
that?
for 70
You
cents
have
on the
to.
dollar.
Like, I understand that.
They had
Like,
already, bro, before they did, when going into the offseason, they told Max, yo, you're not on to be on the team moving forward. Like, I don't know why that wasn't like
because
I don't
they
know
were
why
committing
that,
to the rebuild.
yeah, like I don't know why that's not really a bigger part of all. Like that's no one really talks about that or this entire fiasco. Like the Raiders were fully ready and are still trying to move
They
on
still
from
don't
this
want
man.
him.
Right.
They still don't want him there. So like, I just don't like. I mean, look, they're still gonna have to move on from him. The price is gonna have to go down, and I will say that's the only thing that I will say. is I do feel bad about this is like Max for Max's future. Not saying he's not gonna go somewhere and still like be have a good career, but it does tarnish now like what people may think about him and his ability. Like I don't know. We probably may never see, but I really believe the Raiders really lied to us and tried to fleece us. So
They tried to sell you a lemon.
yeah, but like
Fleeced us last year.
like I really like. I mean, hey, look, y'all. You right. I can't even say it. Look, but y'all took him. I'm just saying, man. Hey, look. But
We got our money.
nah, like I don't know. I just feel like I do believe the Raiders probably might have even had a slight idea that his knee was a little worse than what they were putting off to be. I feel like so. That's why I said this is just karma. We get our picks back. They had to figure out this situation. They still got to trade that man, and they just gotta have to get it for less.
I think he still does get traded. Like
He's still gonna get traded.
You think so?
I think
Yeah,
he still
he
gets
still
traded.
gets
I think he playing week 1.
No,
Not for the Raiders.
Not for the
I
Raiders.
think he playing for the Raiders week 1.
I don't think so.
You think he?
Because
gets
I saw that
traded
they
after
still
that?
taking calls for him.
Huh?
Like
Do you think he gets traded after that?
Maybe next season.
Why? But see, why even tell the man going into this offseason? Like, literally before the season even ended, why tell this man we're not going to have you here moving
I
forward?
mean, I just don't think anyone's going to get, I don't think they're getting the 26 first. Like, it has to be a future first if they're going to get
has to
him.
be a
Because everyone now has moved on from free agency and started working their draft board.
That's true.
For sure.
So it's like, you maybe after the draft, like post June 1, I mean, that doesn't affect him like it affects a lot of people like A.J. Brown. But like,
do y'all feel like Trey is a better fit for the Ravens than Max would have been, or it's
they both kind of fit. I mean, Max better against the run than Trey is.
Yeah.
But Trey has had better like clutch sacks. He's had more clutch sacks than Crosby. But at the same time, the Raiders ain't been in games where they need to be clutch.
I feel like Crosby's pressure is more valuable than Trey.
Crosby's a better player overall.
I feel like it's
But-
just the pressure you can put on an offensive line with having Crosby's presence there. You could do so much with it. Like you can mix like stunts with that, blitzes behind them. Do a lot of that more.
He can line up on all four
Yeah, I'm
spots on the
saying,
defensive line.
do that
yeah.
more with Max than you could Trey. Like Trey, he is
Trey's just a
versatile.
pass rusher.
Yeah, he's versatile as a pass rusher, but like all around pressure, that's Max for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
you
that's
disagree?
how it goes.
It's not that I disagree. I don't. Max is a great player. I just feel like, and again, I need to see the results on the field, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But I watched the press conference. I watched just like how he was speaking and just how his mentality and his mindset. No, like honestly, that shit really mattered. Like, I love Max, and I'm not saying that Max has never talked about it like that, but it's just like the shit I'm hearing from Trey. It's like he's literally talking about how he's gonna make the team better. Like how he's
that's
literally.
what they supposed to do. You
And
know what I mean?
I know that. I get that, but like
I do get what he's saying.
it's just like thank you. Like you get it. Like
You
it's
talking
just
about from a personality standpoint,
It's a-
like
yeah,
a locker room guy standpoint.
and just
I mean, he might be a better locker room guy than Max.
I mean, not even just that, but like I honestly when you say better fit, I actually do feel like Trey
It's
Hendrickson
Trey.
might be better for us.
Yeah, but
Like,
he's
I
just
think
not
he's
good
gonna-
against the run.
I
So
think-
like first, like he's not an all four down player. Like you can have him out there all four down, but his biggest impact is on third and fourth.
I know, but I feel like the guys that we do have to stop the run, and because we're not going to need him to be the number one run stopper, maybe the 2 or the 3rd, he'll be fine.
Yeah, no, he,
That's why I say.
Guys are-
That's
no,
why I
he
say.
don't suck.
No,
At,
yeah, no, it's not even- no, yeah, for sure. I'm not
he's
saying
just
that's-
a better pass rusher than
Yeah,
a run defender.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
But y'all seen the
But-
memes where it was like y'all went from having the highest jersey sales in Dundalk to the highest
What,
jersey in
Ellicott City?
Tavonium.
Oh, Tavonium. Nah, yeah, but
I never heard
I
Trey
mean-
speak before. I ain't gonna lie, I've never heard him speak before.
I will say, like, I ain't gonna hold you. If you do watch the clip, like, if you watch some of it, it does come off as like one of them's like he's just saying the right thing. And he's just saying, and I will say, like,
Mendoza-ish.
I will say, Jesse Minter,
Talk about him.
EDC, and Trey Anderson are very good at fucking deflecting questions.
Especially EDC, bro.
Like, bro,
Especially EDC.
on some real shit. But so I know. All right, I know we focus a lot on my team and our guys, but how do y'all feel y'all teams have done so far in this free agency process?
I give us a B.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
I'll go. I mean, I'm probably gonna be shorter. You probably,
Yes, man.
you know what I mean.
You know you've done that like 3 episodes in a row.
You know, you go. No, you go first. You go first. You go first.
No,
You go
I'm
first.
talking about the fact that you say you're gonna be longer.
said,
That's what I'm
yeah,
talking
gonna be a
about. Say, yo,
little-
you be rapping, yo.
Nah, it ain't even like that, bro. It's just be, I'll be like, because I know we gonna overlap. You feel me? But like,
Yeah, you got it.
I think it's cool. Like, I think Dobbs is a good pickup. He's younger than Diggs. I don't think we done at receiver. You know, I think we gonna get you know, he who shall not be named, right? But
I'll say my thoughts.
I think we finna get him. I think who else? Who else did we get?
Elijah Vera Tucker.
I thought that was a good
Kevin
pickup.
Byard.
He was a good replacement for Jalen Hawkins. I feel like he can mentor Craig Woodson. I think that's gonna be good. I think we in the market for a good tight end. Because Hunter, I feel like he getting up there. So we either gonna draft one or I don't know, maybe. I know Njoku visited with y'all today, but we could get Njoku.
I mean,
I'm fine with Njoku, bro.
I mean, no, it's not even about being fine with Njoku. I think we're done with free agency. I think we've moved on. I don't think everyone who's out there right now, there's no pressure to sign them right now. So if you still out there, like you're probably not getting picked up till camp. And that's just being the truth. You could have like if people wanted Njoku, he'd be signed. So
you think the same thing for Diggs too?
Well, Diggs, the people were probably waiting to see what his legal stuff looked like. But I mean, I thought it started.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Barmore beat the case. You don't know.
Charges dropped. Yeah.
Charges dropped
Something
immediately.
kind of because you brought up Diggs. Something kind of pissed me. I seen one of the pages was saying that he's predicted to come here.
I mean, it would
Diggs?
track. It would make sense.
I mean,
it makes sense.
I don't want it. Hey, listen, I don't.
Why not?
No, he is a DMV guy. He is not a Baltimore guy. Say that. But nah, yeah. But nah, I mean, for us, it started slow. Like we didn't pop in really till like day 2 when it came to free agency. I like Dobbs. He's a 2. He's not a 1. We still need a 1.
So I was saying.
He basically, well, I'm not gonna say he is Diggs because I think Diggs is still better than him, but I think he's here for that role.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Byard is much better than Jalen Hawkins. I mean, Kevin Byard was an all-pro safety last year with 7 picks leading the NFL. I don't know how the Bears ain't keep him around, but I guess they thought because he was 32 that it was time to go. We only got him for 1 year, so he ain't gonna. We probably drafted safety too.
We got a fullback.
And then
Wayne Gilliam,
no fullback.
Bring back the power.
all that means
like
is we about to run some double tight end bull crap under the center like in 2003,
bring back the fullback, bro. I like it.
Yeah, I mean if he can catch, then it adds some element to him. But I ain't gonna act like I watch fullback play, so I really don't know what he brings to the table. I did know that they did say he was the best fullback available, but like there's like 2, so I don't know.
That's
Pat Ricard,
yeah. Disrespect.
He was available.
Well, he
was a free agent.
Who?
Yeah.
Ricard.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Giants.
Oh, dang.
He's over there.
Yeah. That was the 4th guy.
New York
The New York Ravens.
The New York Ravens.
But nah, I mean, I think we did good. Elijah Vera Tucker, I mean, if he could stay on the field, he's the Pro Bowl safety. So
That
I mean,
moves
Pro Bowl
Wilson
guard,
to,
Pro Bowl guard.
That moves Wilson to center, right? Because then we got him at left guard, right? Yeah.
So I mean, I think we've improved our line if he can stay healthy. I think we've improved everywhere, but we still got the same question we've had for the past 15 years. Who is the wide receiver 1? I mean, the Patriots fans, think about it. I'm 29 years old, right? Been a fan since the beginning of watching football. We've had a wide receiver 1 twice. Deion Branch, Randy Moss. And what? My 29 years of living, we've had 2 wide receiver 1s. And we had Randy Moss for 3 years. We had Deion Branch for 2 years. He left and came back. Edelman is not a wide
I was going to say
receiver
Edelman. I was going to say you could say Antonio Brown for maybe
that's
2 or 3
you're talking
games.
about guys who played for us for 2 weeks, bro.
Then you could say Diggs, like cause
Diggs is not a receiver 1 right now.
He was for us. He was the only one with 1,000 yards.
A wide receiver 1 is a definitive 1, not 1 for us. For example, right? And you might not even agree with this, right? I think Zay Flowers is an amazing 2. I don't think Zay Flowers is, but he has more production than any of our receivers. He had more production than Stephon Diggs, and you just called him a 1. So that's what I'm saying. Production doesn't equal being a 1. It's skill set. It's ability to dictate coverage, right? That's what makes you a 1. If I put AJ Brown or Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson on the field, I have to guard him.
It's a game.
I have to guard him. I have to sit there all day on Tuesday in practice and figure out how can I stop this guy. We haven't had a receiver like that in a while since Randy Moss.
Man.
So, in my opinion, we've had this question forever, and we still got this question, and we're probably gonna have it because we're probably not getting AJ Brown. So,
bro, I truly, and I was talking to Dre about this before y'all got in here. I think that we're gonna get him post June 1st because it helps them with their cap situation.
I think that's worse because now we gotta get about 2027 1, and that's the first of all that
Hey,
pick that pick is more than likely to be. Don't get me wrong. Do I want to win the Super Bowl? Yes, but the only way we get a worse pick than what we have now is winning the Super Bowl. So it's more than likely going to be a better pick in a better draft. And we're gonna have to give that up rather than 2026.
And I think they do that because look what just happened today. Like the Broncos overpaid for Jalen Waddle, but they're trying to help Bo Nix. So the Patriots are probably thinking, let's help Drake May, and let's still even after June 1st, even if we got to move those picks, I feel like they still gonna do that.
But
because
how we don't lose deals?
No.
You
I
don't
just
lose
think
deals.
they can't look at this roster and think we're getting better if we're not helping Drake on offense.
I think they tried and they struck out again.
I think they go for it, bro. I think
No, I mean, even if they did go for it, I'd be against it at that point.
nah. I say
I'd be against it at that point.
So I guess I'm gonna just.
What you
touch
got
on
to
my
say?
team.
Yeah, because AJ Brown
I'm gonna
transition.
touch
Yeah.
on my team. I'm gonna start with AJ. Okay. If we were gonna move AJ Brown, it would happen right now. Only reason I say that because nobody has anything we want. Patriots the teams that are interested don't have anything anything we want, especially the Patriots. We don't want players, we want picks. That first round pick that y'all got, we don't want because it's under ours.
It's 31.
Yeah, it's under ours, so we're not gonna want that. Even if you did try to give us a player on top of it, what?
We got 14.
But that's what I'm saying.
Throwing that out.
Shoot,
Y'all
if I
aren't
was
interested.
Y'all,
Y'all
forget
aren't int-
Crosby.
but that's my-
I don't went and got AJ.
That's my thing.
So
You
that's
already got Hendrickson.
That's what.
That's my
to
thing.
comment back off of what I said
That's what-
earlier. If we end up doing, I feel like that's the move.
That's my
we
thing.
do.
That's my thing. They got the 14th pick. We would want that. So if they were to offer that, we would
Oof.
take it.
Yeah, the 31st is like a second
a
round
second.
pick.
It's
That's what I'm
literally a
saying.
second.
So
literally a second.
Basically, on that, right? If we were to move him after June 1st, it would have to be another star. It would be somebody. It would be somebody of value to our team. It wouldn't be a pick for next year because we would want to use our picks this year. Like we all know how Howie does. If he trades somebody, gets rid of somebody, he's getting his shit back tenfold that year.
And I feel like,
Like-
they looking at how you were just describing how you want to do for your team. If they're giving up their definitive one, they need to make sure
We
they're
know
gonna end up getting.
we're
And
getting
they ain't getting
something
that
back.
the 31st pick in the draft.
Yeah.
We're not in this
You
draft.
might get it at 14,
Like,
you know?
Maybe
If-
this, and I'm saying that's why I said we still may end up giving
And-
both of these first round picks.
And like to touch on something else about that, right? Only reason I don't think us moving from AJ is gonna happen this year because Nick Sirianni's in a win now situation because he might get fucking fired after this season. He's in the hot seat right now.
Man, I feel like he been in the hot seat for like 4 years in a row.
As
soon as he won the
has.
bowl,
he
bro,
won the
it's been
Super
like-
Bowl and got out the hot seat for a year, and then it went back to going crazy. So it's like,
Bro.
if we move from AJ, it's not gonna happen this year. We're gonna keep him. We're gonna see what happens. If it works out, we'll probably try and re-sign him. But we got a lot of people to sign next year.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like how we did in free agency, we let a lot of people walk. I wasn't too happy about some of the people. Some of the people I already felt like we were gonna move on from. Like Blank, I knew we were gonna get rid of him. Just because we're surrounding our defense with a whole bunch of young.
Mm-hmm.
Blankenship he's like 30 now, 31. That doesn't look good for a corner.
That really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old. He's been around for a while.
Blankenship been in the league for a while.
Who you played for before? Colts?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a Colts, right?
Damn.
So it's like, all right. And after we moved on from these, like, I was upset about Dean for the most
Yeah.
part. That was
You said
my
that.
biggest gripe. But we weren't sure last year if he was gonna come back the same.
Mhm.
So we in return drafted Jahai Campbell.
Mhm.
So we basically drafted his replacement. And not knowingly, Dean came back a dog. And Jahai Campbell's nice, Braun's nice. You can't move on. You got to move on from one. So we didn't re-sign Jalen Phillips, which I was upset about. He went and got a bag from Carolina, which I understand because we probably couldn't get him that money.
Mhm.
I'm not upset about that either. He deserves his bread. He played well for the time he was with us. We picked up
Reek Willen.
Reek Willen.
That was a good one.
That's my thing. That's my biggest
Great
thing.
pickup.
Because we went from 2 first-team All-Pro corners
Mhm.
to a Super Bowl winning cornerback last year with Reek Willen.
It's crazy how
So it's
like,
like-
how your attitude can kind of like play you out the league because Reek is a stud, but people do not like him in the locker
I
room.
don't understand.
Coaches
It's
coaches don't like him. Players
get it.
don't like him.
Like it's so crazy
Damn.
that it's the clip from I don't know what game it is, but it's a game when it was in the playoffs and he got a penalty and the referee went over to Mike McDonald and he said there's a unsportsmanlike penalty, but we're trying to get the number. He said I already know it's on Reek, and I was like, damn.
I think it might have been the Rams game. I'm not gonna lie.
It was either.
but he's a stud, bro.
He's fast. He's tall.
But here's the
Stud.
thing though about that. We love them niggas. we love players like that. Look at our locker room, bro. We're in shambles
CJ.
and we won.
Yeah, y'all be
years ago.
spitting on people.
Right, like, bro.
Hey, he might be on the move though.
Who?
Yeah, they put him on the
Yeah,
block. Y'all put
that
him on
is
the block.
another thing. We
Jalen Carter.
solely because we can't pay him next year. I
mean-
know it's because we can't pay him. We're trying to get
I
something.
And that's part of the reason. That's part. What you saying? My
No,
fault.
I was just gonna say. I was just gonna mention. I ended up doing the same thing with Hargrave before he went into the
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
And
feel like
That's what I was about to say. That's part of the reason why I don't want to do the trade post June 1, because at that point we might as well wait till he a free agent
exactly.
and
Bro.
get him for 70 on the dollar.
I'm like, bro,
So am I
like,
delusional?
trading him
Huh?
doesn't.
I'm delusional. That's what it sounds like, bro. I sound
Bro,
crazy
it's
saying what
not.
I'm
It is
saying.
not beneficial to the Patriots
I'm delusional.
to
That's what it sounds
do
like.
this after June 1st. It's only beneficial to the Eagles. It is not beneficial to us. We're going to give up a better draft pick and a better draft for a player we can get in free agency the next year.
Fuck it. I say do it. Fuck it.
Listen, I only understand where you coming from because when this whole Max thing was going on, I said to myself, I said, "Oh, the Ravens are in the win now. We on the Rams type.
We're
shit.
not
Fuck
in the
them
win
picks."
now window.
No, I know, but that's for us. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
they are.
saying for me, I thought we were pulling a LA Rams shit, and we were just saying, "Fuck them picks. We going all in now."
Like, we very much this year going into the year, we very much can have a better team this year and still have a worse record.
and take a step back. Yeah.
Like we went 14-3 last year. If we go
We're
11
probably
and
not
6,
going
got spoiled,
14-3.
dog. It's
Bro,
okay.
bro,
I know.
You gotta understand.
bro, you got to think. You got to
Guys,
think.
that was a rebuild season.
Yeah, that was the first year with that coaching staff. That was Drake May's second year. Half of those guys in that locker room weren't even guys that Vrabel picked. He worked with what he had and got to the Super Bowl. We went 14-3. We can have a better team next year and still go 11-6. And 11-6 is not a bad year. We can have a better season. We can have a better team next year and losing a divisional round.
We went 11-6, and that was a terrible year.
But I'm saying we're rebuilding from the ground up
But did you see we didn't re-sign any of our free agents?
because they weren't good except for Tonga.
I thought Chase On was solid.
Chase on, that was Chase On's best year. You're chasing people's best years, and you got to when you're signing people, you gotta project. So like in their heads, they probably like that's probably as good as he gonna get.
But y'all still got Carlton Davis.
Yeah, we still got
we signed him to he getting 20 a year. We signed him to 3 years. But I'm just saying like
I mean,
I'm just saying like a lot of Patriots fans, because I watch a lot of Patriots stuff, and I try to be the most unbiased because I know our fan base is very biased.
look at me.
Us going to the Super Bowl doesn't make us a Super Bowl team. You have to almost act like we went like 9-7 or whatever, 9-8, 10-7. That's how you have to act when you come to your team and building your team. You can't be like, oh, we made it to the Super Bowl, we just need one more player. No, that's not how that works. Like,
My thing is, bro,
we're more than
I'm
likely not going back. More than likely.
I don't want to hear the Drake may regress. The Patriots were fool's gold. They only benefited
That's
from
Twitter.
a
That's not
soft
real.
schedule.
You're
You know,
gonna
like
have to
I
Sports
just,
media,
Bro, that's
gonna have to.
That's what that
that's
is.
Twitter. That's not reality. When you talk to people who actually know ball, bro, they know what's going on.
Like,
they know
my
if we go into the season with our number one receiver being Romeo Dobbs, the real people who know ball aren't going to be like Drake may regress. They're going to be like, no, he need a receiver.
Produced 2 1,000-yard receivers for 4 years consistently. He still gets called ass. So that's just sports media.
I mean,
but like,
it's like nah, Jalen Hurts.
Nah, he-
Jalen Hurts.
I mean,
not ass. but he could be better, but he's not ass.
I understand, but to finish up with the Eagles, like I think the gap we're in right now, we're suffering from drafting too well. A lot of the guys.
look at this guy. My pancake's too buttery.
I feel like
I ain't going. Like I was just kind of sitting here
Look
thinking,
at
like,
this guy.
but it's
All right,
true. Like
well.
look at what happened.
Eagles
Look at what's going on. We're losing a lot of players that we drafted ourselves because we can't pay them no more. Like we've had these guys on their rookie.
That's
contract.
first world problem.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Like we had these guys since we got them, and we can't pay everybody. Like I know the situation between Q and Coop going to get crazy because they got drafted the same fucking year. It's either somebody going to take cheaper money or one of them going to walk. And like that's just the reality of it. We've been drafting like we got Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. We drafted Coop. We had Coop, Quinion. We got so many guys on that defense that we already picked up, and then we got Jahai Campbell right after Dean got hurt. Like bro, we are suffering from drafting too well. So it's like, what do we like? We gotta let some of these dudes walk, and we gotta pick up some free agents. And I think that's where we're at now. I think Howie's just trying to figure out like, who is he gonna keep definitively on the max contracts, and who he can let go. Like,
I
who
mean,
he can
there's
get
a
from
world
the
where he can pay Q and Coop, but
it
that just
probably
means that you ain't able to have 2 number 1 receivers like y'all got right now.
Exactly. Something's gonna have to give, which is the reality of it. Of course.
What do you think about the Hollywood pickup?
Depth.
I think
It's just for depth.
he replaced John Dawson. Basically, he's gonna get
Yeah,
Dawson
it's for
snaps.
depth.
Yeah.
He didn't get many, but it's for depth.
I mean, but he had some plays here and there.
That's the problem. Jahad Dotson was amazing, and they didn't call no plays.
I forget where he went, but
He went to.
Yeah, I forgot too. I forgot
yeah,
when
I
he
mean,
went
it's John Dawson. It's whatever.
He was cool. I fuck with him. But yeah,
So
that just wraps up everything.
yeah, I mean,
So, but before we did move on from the football, because we kind of got team specific,
Mm-hmm.
just outside of our own teams and anything. Like, what was the biggest move? What was the worst? What was the move that shocked y'all the most so far? Like since we've been dealing with free agency. Let's see, because if you're going over this, Kenneth Walker went to the Chiefs.
I feel like that was a bad move.
I think
I thought
bad.
it was a good move.
I don't know about bad.
I don't.
It's not going to change the outlook of their
The
season.
Vikings, the Jets.
Check out
I think a very
Lions.
I think a very underrated trade that happened that people aren't talking about, and you're not gonna like it because you're a Ravens fan, but I think Pittman to the Steelers to go on the opposite side of DK.
No,
I think
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
very
like that.
solid.
I do like that
I
trade.
think that's very.
I feel like
Who's throwing
if they,
to him?
I feel like if they get a definitive
you already
quarterback,
know.
I feel
Aaron
like,
Rodgers gonna do this whole thing
I
in the
feel like
summer,
if
and
they
then
was the pickup, I feel like they could have picked up Kyler and been okay. But
like they did.
if they get a good quarterback, because they picked up Rico Dowell from Carolina, which was he was one of the best.
Steelers
back.
had a great offseason.
He had a
I'm
great
not gonna lie.
offseason.
They just don't got
I don't
no
want to talk
quarterback.
about it.
Like,
but like
I know
yeah.
you don't want to, but
They just
bro,
don't- they just
the
don't got a quarterback.
Steelers
That's the only
offense-
reason why I'm banking on like, yo, ain't
Bro,
nobody throwing
the
the ball.
Steelers' offense looks scary as hell. Like, bro,
Dude,
2
it's
6'4" receivers and
crazy.
Rico Dowell.
They
Good
also
enough quarterback.
they
got
also
their big-ass
signed
tight end.
they also signed Jamil Dean to go opposite of Porter Jr.
Yeah.
And they also signed Darnell Savage to start at safety next to Ramsey.
It's crazy.
Not gonna lie,
bro.
Jamel Dean. That's a good.
Jamel Dean is nice.
That's a good pick.
Jamel Dean, Rico Dowdle, trading for Pittman, Jaquan Brisker, and Darnell Savage. That's all their pickups.
Yo,
That's a
That's
good
hard.
Brisker
bro.
solid too, bro.
I'm gonna be real. Like, we talking about division rivals. The fucking Giants had an amazing offseason. They could be one of the best teams in our division, if not the best, because we might not look that good this year.
Mhm.
So, and I'm gonna be like, I always like stay unbiased when it comes to football. Like, I know when we might not look that good this year compared to what everybody else have. We have been the best team in our division for the last 2 years. This year, I can't say that. Jackson Dart, he's a bro. I'm not gonna lie, he's a fucking dog. You gonna have Malik back out there next year. You got him paired up with fucking Likely, and I think they picked up another receiver that's decent. Like, and they got
Do they have Calvin Austin? Is that where he went?
Yep.
Yeah,
They got Calvin
yeah.
Austin.
And then they still
brought
got-
back Isaiah Hodgins.
They still got Scatterbo, which was running that bitch like crazy last year. He's coming back healthy off an injury. Had a full offseason.
Darnell Mooney.
Like, bro, they look good, and I feel like John Harbaugh could make that team pretty decent.
I think
They're
the
gonna be
two-
competitive.
Yes.
the
Absolutely.
two teams who were bad that I think are going to be respectable this year are the Giants and the Titans.
I think if we talking
They
flip
picked
side,
up, bro, that DB from the Saints, he's
Mhm.
nice as fuck.
yeah, if we talk flip side, we talking about the best moves. But what about the Dolphins, bro? Like
Yeah,
I feel like they got to be at the bottom end of this. You know what I'm
I
saying?
tripping.
Nah, but I think we talked about it before. They going in a rebuild.
Yeah,
I know, yeah, but
Literally
it's still
from
a
the
bad
ground up, got rid of
situation.
That's what I don't get.
Why'd you pay
They
Malik?
should have just let Ewers run the season out and draft in 27. But they paid Malik what did he get, 17 a year or something like that, or more than
I
that?
think it was more than. I think it was.
more. I think
Let
it
me
was like
see.
60.
Let me see. I got it
I thought
right
it was
here.
50.
3 years? No, it was 67.
I see the Colts.
Miami
also signed
Dolphins.
Daniel Jones. How y'all think?
Yeah, they
And
gave,
Alec Pierce.
so Malik is getting 22.5 a year
That's cool.
with no
Why?
receivers,
Yeah, that's my point.
no
Like,
defense.
And
I mean, they gave him Tutu Atwell.
the Colts are paying the Colts are paying $88 million for 2 people.
Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, why y'all spending this type of money?
I think Alec
But I
Pierce is
think-
an idiot, bro. Because he
Alec
said
Pierce?
he wanted to go to a
Bruh.
stable
I don't
QB
like-
situation, and he wanted
I'm
Daniel
so
Jones.
happy we didn't do that.
Bro, like he's such
Oh
an
my
idiot,
god,
bro.
we were about to give Alec Pierce $30 million a year to be a deep threat.
Got 40.
That's what I'm saying. Let the coach, bro. The coach got like $80 million tied up in him and Daniel Jones alone.
I still think he's an idiot for choosing to stay there with Daniel Jones like willingly. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Bro. I mean he got the bag. He got the bag, but like
season with Daniel.
he said he wanted a stable QB situation, and Daniel Jones is your answer.
I think the Colts are going to regress a lot. I think the Colts are going to regress a lot. And while I said, like I said, but the Titans, like I don't think any individual one move is what's going to put them over the top or make them good. But I do think that them having Saleh as their head coach and Daboll as OC, I think it's going to at least make them respectable in every game they play.
They're progressing.
Yeah, so I could see them going from where they went to like a 7-win season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same thing with the Giants. Like the Giants were what, 4-win team, 5-win team, something like that. I can see them getting to 7 or 8.
I'm not.
So
They might be 500. I think they finished 500.
the only reason I don't have them doing super well record wise is just their division. Y'all gonna beat up on each other.
The Cowboys trash though.
I don't think the Cowboys are trash.
I mean, yeah, they got two of the best receivers in the league. So, but I just don't.
A little bias.
Yeah. I just don't want to like put down the Giants because like they've been down for a while. They gonna come into week 1 amped. They gonna want this shit. Like
Is Neighbors gonna be ready for week 1 or probably not?
yeah, he been hurt for a while.
Maybe.
I think
He went out like week 4 or 5.
Working out now. Yeah, he went out week 2. He went out week 2.
That's why I had him on my fantasy team. So
Yeah, he
yeah.
got hurt the second week of the season.
I know he got
And
hurt
that's-
before. He
that's
didn't
why
even get to play with Dart.
That's why it's different than with Pat because
That's
Pat
what
went
I'm
out in
saying.
December.
He didn't get to play with Dart. So and he
Oh.
started week 3.
That's the move. How y'all feel about that? Justin Fields
I was-
to hold it down over in Kansas City until Pat ready.
No, I mean like
Chill, my man.
no,
Justin Fields,
like
man.
y'all not. I don't.
I like Fields.
Y'all not gonna like
I
what I'm
used
gonna
to
have to say, but I think he's having a good season.
Fields?
Yeah.
Pat didn't have a good season. With the same guy.
Pat was
You got a
also,
good point there.
Pat was also hurt all season.
I mean, he was out there.
I mean, Fields is a little more mobile, right? Maybe he can make something shake.
I was just trying to shake the room.
Maybe he can. What about
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say like we talking QBs. Y'all think Kyler to the Vikings is a good move?
Yes.
We kind of glossed over it.
Yes.
I didn't-
I think Kevin O'Connell's system outside of McVay and Kyle Shanahan is probably the best system to be a quarterback in.
I genuinely feel like they're going.
They gonna ship
JJ McCarthy
JJ.
definitely just lost his,
Yeah, he's cooked.
Yeah, they gonna ship JJ. They already told him
JJ's
to trade
good.
him. People are calling for JJ now.
his job's done.
Yeah, his job.
Yeah,
Probably gonna go
it's
to the
over
Steelers.
with.
I hope so.
If he goes to the Steelers, it
I
might
pray
work.
non-go to Pittsburgh.
I hope he go to the Jets. Or the I hope
They,
already got
they
Geno.
just traded for Geno.
Gino's back in the Jets.
he can still.
Yeah, boy Gino back to the Jets. Shout out Geno Smith, man.
That's not
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
But now let's move on. Also, I'm gonna switch it up just for time's sake here. NBA kind of like at its peak now. I feel like would it be like 2 months from the playoffs starting or
Yeah.
Oh, like,
I think
2 months from
into
the,
April was
or
like
the play-in
playing,
stuff, like,
right?
a few
I
months,
want to talk
yeah.
basketball.
So
I don't
we're
even.
gonna have to. But I'm gonna just start with the biggest thing that's been the most insane thing that's happened in basketball recently. Bam Adebayo dropped 83 points and he surpassed Kobe Bryant's 81 point
Go.
record
Will
for scoring.
Bam
So nasty.
Kobe.
Wilt, man, Kobe.
Initially, just like were y'all all right? So were y'all keeping up with like the game, or did y'all just
turmoil.
see the end?
I saw
did y'all
you-
just see
I
the
can't
end?
fuck
One of y'all texted the chat
No,
and
I
was like,
was-
yeah, like
so-
60 or 70.
So yeah, I got a notification that he had like 30 in the first, and I didn't watch. I didn't watch
think nothing
it.
of it. Honestly,
And then they said he had like
He ended the
60.
first half,
Yeah,
like,
He did the first
like
half with
60.
Yeah.
62 points.
So then I was like, let me turn this on. So I turned it on in the third quarter. And I was watching the game. I was like, yo, he's actually cooking them. And so that's why I didn't get the fallout behind it. It's because I understand, they was like, oh, they was fouling and, basically slowing the game down so that he can get the record. But I'm like, yo, before they started doing that, he had 70, bro.
Like real rap. That's
So,
why I'm
like-
like, bro, stop discrediting this man, bro.
But the Wizards should be ashamed.
Like,
it's so many takeaways from
The
this.
Wizards should be
That's
ashamed.
one of them. The Wizards need to be ashamed.
He
Honestly,
had a true authentic 70 before they started like fouling to extend the game and stuff like that. So like,
he already had hella free throws before when he got to his 70. They were if you watch the
Yeah, he
game,
got fouled.
they were fouling him. They were legit fouling him. That's what I don't understand. Like, how you gonna get mad at him for going to the free throw line throughout the course of the 3 quarters he was hooping? Because they were legit fouling him.
Honestly,
I'm
I'm
like 5 and 1s. Like
I'm gonna
that
just
night.
say, get it out. A lot of people aren't gonna like it, but if we just being honest, the majority of people that were just mad and upset about Bam getting the 83
it's because of Kobe.
is just because
It's-
of
yeah,
passing
because-
Kobe's record.
And he's the same
And-
people that hated Kobe.
Not even that, but like, it's just kind of crazy to me because it's like people treated it like it. I seen somewhere that people act like Kobe's 81 was the actual record, and it wasn't. Like,
Because he shot hella
I
free
mean, we
throws
still
too,
don't got
right?
no
Like,
footage of that 100-point
yeah, like
game from Will.
I think there was now. Now it is.
There's footage.
I
need to see
I
this,
haven't
though.
seen it either.
Somebody-
I
Yeah.
need to see this
Somebody
100-point
should
game, bro.
I mean,
never
there's
seen
also clips of Wilt like literally like blocking his own player's shots to get the rebound and then to get his own bucket.
Did you
So
see
it's
the way
like
he ran
you
up and
can't-
down the court, bro? He looked like a cartoon,
So
bro.
it's like, but
Somebody was not to cut you off, but somebody was like, Bam getting 83. I 100% believe that Wilt got the 100 now because he got
Yeah.
83.
But like, real quick though, because like, if you did y'all like actually like look at his numbers, like shooting numbers.
Mhm.
So, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I looked at the numbers and I saw somebody else talking about it. If you look at his numbers, if he shot better,
Yeah.
Bam could have got.
If he made all his free throws,
Bro,
like literally,
Bam could have got 100.
He shot 22 3-pointers.
If somebody said if he was like 10%. If he would have just meant like 17 for 22, made like 10 more free throws, Bam would have had over 100
Bro.
points. He would have had the record.
That's
Bro,
what
I
I'm
was-
saying. People don't understand. He was able to shoot almost 50. He did shoot 50 shots.
Yes,
Like,
Bam put
bro,
up 50
he had
shots.
enough shots.
Now
to
that's why I
score
say the Wizards
points.
are egregious. Like you let
Yeah, that's-
let a man put up 50 shots alone.
my biggest takeaway when I first saw it, bro, I was like, bam, like of all people, bro, I'm like, bam. I was hating because I'm like, yo, of all the people in the league, we let Bam do this. But then like I started looking at it. I started looking at the numbers and I started looking at some of the clips and I'm like y'all said, they was actually hacking them. Like, so I'm like, I can't even be mad because he was doing what he was supposed to do, but it all ties back to the Wizards. Like
They went from fouling him almost every time to playing no defense at all.
Well, I saw a
and
clip
I was
where it was
like, yo, like I'm not mad at Bam because if I got
taking
bro,
the buckets too,
if I
bro.
got 70, man, I'm on the sideline like this. And they also mad, especially like I watch the first tick and they like, oh, like you already up 30, like the game's over.
Some
Like
people was like the
why
coach
would-
should
why
have
would they do that?
the coach should
care.
have
Yeah,
took him out.
they
Like,
was
do that.
they was
Don't
mad.
care.
They was mad at Spo.
Yeah.
because they like, yo, why are you still having your starters in when you up 30 trying to do this?
He was the only starter.
can't
that
go
did
The
that
whole
shit.
time, the whole time we in the timeout, I'm like, look, I got 70, coach. The ball need to touch my hands every time.
Dog, I
don't
saw
care what
it was
nobody
a
said.
possession where it was 3 Wizards on him and they still couldn't stop him. 3 Wizards. Bro, no, like seriously, bro. That's why I'm so angry, bro. Because how, as an organization, do you see that he's already cooking and you can't stop him from taking more shots?
I mean, Alex Sarr, they sat him at like halftime,
He played
right?
28 minutes.
Yeah. So they kind of
he was
just
fine.
they've been doing it. I don't know. Wizards are being weird right now. I mean, I get it. They punt until next year because next year when they're gonna have a real team, but like. They be sitting like Sarr and Trae Young at halftime for like the rest of the game. Is that not actively tanking?
But I don't know.
Like Trae Young will have 17 and then only play like the first quarter and a half.
Well, you saw it was a clip where Bilal Coulibaly hit a half-court shot that sent them to OT. Nobody on the bench was happy. Nobody was on the bench was happy that he hit that shot
because
that
they
sent the
wanna
game to OT, bro. Like,
They trying to lose. It's crazy when you can actively see a team trying to lose.
Yes,
Basically, my last thing in saying about Bam. It's like, okay, y'all are mad that he got the 83 and they fouled, and in return, Bam didn't want them to foul. Like, if you
oh yeah,
seen
yeah,
it,
yeah.
he didn't want it. Like, he didn't want them to foul. But also in return, I don't know if it was true or not, I did see something that Bam's grandmother did die recently.
And she was
And-
83 years
and
old.
She was 83 years old.
That's crazy.
And that night was the night he went stupid. I think it was 2 days before that game. She died, and she was 83 years old.
You know,
That's deep.
this is gonna sound really
I
crazy.
don't know if it's true or not. Like, I would have to check.
I did see
fact
that
check.
too. That's how I was able to the Phillies just join it.
But in situations like that, bro, it's like players usually go crazy, bro. Like, I remember the Torrey Smith game where like
His time laughing.
his brother died, bro. Like,
It's not, I'm sorry. I'm so
Like-
sorry. Lord, please forgive me.
Grandma
It's
Bam.
not that. It's just, I swear, yo, that's the last fucking thing I was expecting you to say. Just
Bro, that's why I'm like,
No, I
I gotta
saw that
fact
too.
check
I saw that
it. I
too.
gotta
Nah, I
fact-
see
I'm
that
saying,
nowhere.
I
That's
hope I'm not
I
the
saw
only
that
one that
too.
seen
bro, I
it.
hope we're not running with fake news, bro.
oh shit.
Like, that's why I said I gotta fact check it. I don't know if for a fact if it was true or not.
That just it sounds like a fairy tale ending, bro. Like
It
it
does,
doesn't
but-
even. It sounds.
I mean, shit like that is true though.
Stuff like that be happening.
That happened. That's happened with Chris Paul back in like it was either high school or college. He got to a certain point and it was the age of his grandfather, and he stopped. Like literally had 2 free throws. The first one they got to his age, and then he missed the second one on purpose. So I mean, that's not like it's not like crazy to say. It just that was the last thing I expected. It's not-
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, shout out to him though. I mean, shout out to Bam, bro. Like I said,
Nope.
I was a big
Kobe.
hater at first, but like I came around. Like really, shout out to him,
And
bro.
we're in the era of ethical hoops. We got to give that shit the fuck up. Like
I was about to say that
please
nothing
stop.
was ethical about that.
Please stop. Like we got to stop that. If it's not ethical, it doesn't count, bro. They getting
Man,
these
it
buckets
happened,
regardless.
bro.
It happened. Give it up. Like,
okay.
Let it go.
It's okay.
You know what's so like it's I mean it's just so crazy because like the night Bam dropped 83, that's actually the same night that the Ravens backed out of the Crosby trade. I'm gonna be honest with you, that was
my
an
goodness.
insane like that night. Sports for me that night was just like a
Insane.
spiral and a whirlwind.
So what's
Because
going on?
there was also something going on that night that I guess can kind of transition us into our next topic real quick. Team USA was participating in the WBC right now, the World Baseball
Mhm.
Classic, and that same night we lost to Italy.
Yep, I remember.
So it was just like
Yeah.
Ravens backed out of the Max Crosby deal. Bam dropped 83. Team USA lost. And me as a person, as a sports fan, I was like, I didn't understand what's going on.
What's
Campaign
It was
also
just
put up
real-
32 that day. I also want to put that out. there.
Campaign.
He put up 32.
Cameron
We had-
Payne.
You had to put that.
I mean, it was a crazy sports day. I
We're
wanted to
giving
I wanted
light to Cameron Payne.
I don't know why you threw that.
hyper efficient game. If you look at the numbers, I think he was like 5 for 5.
Play for.
Plus for us, 32 points.
All right, that's why. That's the
My bad. I just wanted to. It was a weird sports day. It was a weird sports day.
Okay.
But the WBC been tough though.
Nah, yeah, it's been crazy. Like, obviously, right now, as we recording, the championship game is going on. It's Team USA versus Venezuela.
Mhm.
But the build up to this has actually been crazy because like before the WBC even started, the beginning, like when they had this again, it was like 2023, I think, is when they had it last time. The finals was Team USA versus Team Japan.
Japan, yeah.
And obviously, we had a stacked team then. Mike Trout was like the start, was like the center of the team. And then over at Team Japan, they had Otani. And he struck him out for the last out to the game so Team Japan could win. Going into this one this year, everybody was under the same impression, like, oh, it's just pretty much going to be a repeat. And let's just say there were a couple countries that said, nah,
I mean,
we got something to say and we here.
I heard some love coming from the DR side just because of all the talent they got on the backs.
Oh, they
They are stacked,
They
boy.
wide open.
You got to understand, like, it, and
They were sick when we
because I don't want
beat
to
them.
get too much time, but it's just like because we ended up playing them. Last night for the
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was 2 nights ago we ended up playing them and we ended up beating them. But honestly, the starting pitcher the Team UFC was going with that night was Paul Skeens. And me personally, I was telling everybody I was talking to, I said, honestly, this has probably got to be the toughest thing that he's faced in his entire career. Like,
That lineup is crazy.
bro, you're going with I don't want to get it wrong. I just want to make sure I'm getting this
Bro, I
right.
ain't
But
gonna lie.
the
The DR.
And Juan Soto was so sick. He was like, "Y'all know who the better team is." It was like, "Yeah, the team that won."
Hey,
bro, let me tell you, this was the lineup for the Dominican Republic WBC this year. You got Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis Jr., Julio Rodriguez, O'Neal Cruz, Johan Rojas, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Manny Machado, Ketel Marte, Jeremy Pena, Junior Caminero, Geraldo Perdomo, Ahmed Rosario, Carlos Santana, Austin Wells, and Agustin Ramirez. And then the pitchers, you got Sandy Alcantara, Christopher Sanchez, Brian Bellio, Luis Serviano, Camilo Doval, Carlos Estevez, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Abner Rubri, and Wandy Peralta and Gregory Soto.
That's probably the best like non-white talent in the
Bro,
MLB,
let
bro.
me tell you something. We know a little bit of ball here, but like for the people that are watching that do know, like the names that I just said are not just like no slouches. Like
All
these
stars.
those are stars that are on their respective MLB teams.
I don't watch baseball like that, and I know like half of the names. Like,
Bro, like so for that guy, like, and I mean, I just named like all the like players from by the position. So like they didn't all were in the lineup, but those were all the guys available playing on this team.
whew.
That's what I'm saying. Those are literally like
bro.
that's literally like probably half of the best
Team
players that
players
aren't
in the
white
MLB.
on one team.
Exactly.
Because I mean, us guys, Black Americans, like we don't populate MLB like that. So most of the people who are non-white and good in MLB are Dominicans. Like that's just how it
I
goes.
do understand y'all are setting like a Dominican Republic, but I because I watched the Venezuela and Italy game through and through from anyone today. I don't watch much baseball. I keep up with it. Like I don't know too much, but when I see a good game, I watch it. The Venezuela and Italy game was fucking crazy. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, it started off kind of slow because it was like, all right, these like a stalemate. They're like two really good teams. Italy started teeing off. They got 2 up on them. And I don't know what happened towards the end of the game. For the last 5 innings, Venezuela started torching Italy. Like, they were pitching amazing. Like, every one of their pitchers that they moved in and out, bro, I'm talking strike. I'm talking best hitters. Like, Italy's best hitters couldn't hit nothing. And I'm like, bro, this shit was amazing. Like, in the way they ended the game, it was actually insane. Like,
Bro,
I don't know what the fuck was
It's
going on.
like
with that game.
it's too like I'd say it's too.
We're losing right now to Venezuela.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we are.
I know.
Actually. Yeah, we are. It's like going into this year, like, because Team USA was supposed to. As a matter of fact, I'll say that because I feel like those names, like I'm gonna tell you these names, you're gonna think like, oh, you know, it should have been an easy cakewalk, and that's what everybody's saying it was supposed to be for us this year.
Nah.
Wow. I would never thought that.
Baseball is not an American dominated sport.
Nah,
No.
I agree. I saw a clip like the other day. It was like I don't know who what the matchup was, but it was like a controversial call. It was called a strike. It was a strikeout, but it looked like it was a ball. I forgot who we were playing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I mean, it was close enough to the strike zone that you gotta rip at it if it's the last pitch.
But like my
was-
pops was saying, like that type of stuff.
Dominican Republic game.
It was.
Yeah, that's
was
the
that game?
DR
That's
game.
how
It was. Yeah. Oh well.
That's why Juan Soto was so pissed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Because he was like, yo, that was a
yo.
bad call. That was a ball.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie,
Okay.
we escaped out of that one. I'm not gonna hold you.
But I'm saying it was close enough to where if that's the last pitch of the game, you got to rip at it.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah, you can't go
just
down
leave it
looking
in the
at it.
umpire.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
can't go out looking,
It
bro.
was a
Like,
full count too. Like,
Yeah.
it
When you
was-
got to swing at anything.
Yeah,
You got
like-
to swing at that point. You have to swing at anything.
But like, nah, like that, and that's the thing. Like, that's what I want to like. I kind of hope like I want to give credit to these other teams because it's like everybody was just like so sure. Like, oh yeah, the USA is about to walk all over everybody. Like throughout pool play and then even like these games like in the tournament, yo, it's not been a cakewalk for Team USA like at all. And like with this team, like yo, we've got Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber, Alex Bregman, Roman
Tough.
Anthony, Will Smith, Bryce Terang, and Byron Buxton. And yet
Gunner on that team
and
too,
Gunner,
right?
yeah. Well, this is the lineup they're going with tonight. But
Yeah.
also, like, we got Gunnar Henderson too. But it's just like, bro, these are no slouches as well. These are again the best guys on their respective team, and it's like, yo, the DR, Venezuela, Italy. One thing I will say that I did love is just like watching them guys play. Like the passion and the energy that they play with is like, for some, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not like seeing it from us that much, but it's like that shit means something.
They about
I
to
feel
die
like.
about this
Yeah,
shit.
because
like,
It's
yo,
more
to
than a
those,
game to them, bro.
to those countries, if it ain't soccer, it's baseball, right?
Right.
For us Americans, we're football and basketball oriented. Baseball and soccer are like secondary sports to those.
Bro, it's like, and it's just like what it was like Acuna lead off. I want to say it was the game against Japan. Yes, it was Japan because Venezuela played Japan like 2 games ago, and Acuna, he was a leadoff hitter, and he literally took the second pitch and he hit a whole solo home run. The entire Venezuelan dugout was literally over the goddamn railing, celebrating, cheering, and this was the first inning. Like this was the first, like it's not like the game was over, decided.
they be
It was the
into it,
first
bro. Just
inning,
started.
and it's just like,
Game just
like
started.
yo, the passion and energy is just like it's crazy, and I feel like
Mhm.
that's really like a big factor. Like them, they guys, they really love the shit, and I don't know. It just like I said, it scares me because it's like the Team USA is just like it's just we don't got that energy. Like they just like thinking that because we got
Because
Aaron
we
Judge,
just
bring
think
the
we're
bench.
gonna win everything. We have that mentality of
it.
thinking we're gonna win everything, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like we're not. Americans aren't. We might win this year, right? That doesn't definitively say Americans are the best at baseball. Like I don't think that at all, right?
Well, I mean, look at
And-
how it
and-
went in the Olympics. Like we thought Team USA was going. Well, I mean, they did, but like
What you talking about basketball?
I'm just in
Oh.
general. Like you just saying, like Americans think that.
Well, that's what I was about to lead into. Is like, I mean, we've basically been, feeling ourselves about basketball forever,
yeah.
and we slowly losing that too. Now, do I
We
think?
almost got got.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
That was my
and we
point,
had this
like-
conversation the last episode when it came to the MVPs and stuff of when the last American MVP. So it's just to let everyone know in the world, like, yo, America ain't just top dog like that. Like we gotta work for the dubs we get. If any sports have a football probably gonna take another 50 years before someone can stop us in football.
Yeah, I
but
don't think it's.
I mean, they're gonna do the flag joint in the Olympics. If somehow we lose that, I still don't take
I
that's
think
flag
we-
football,
I feel like
man.
it's
Like,
a chance just because it's no bet.
The only reason why I feel like we might lose is because I watched NFL players actually play the flag because they had flag
flag rules are different than
Exactly, and
Yeah.
I mean, we don't watch the Pro Bowl games. That's just, but if you watch some of it, and you saw the highlights. They play flag football in that, and this year they were actually using the flag rules, like from the actual league, the flag football league. They were using those rules and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna be real with you though, none of them guys knew what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, because
They were getting penalties called on them, and they were just
that's
looking
what
like,
I'm saying. Half their
What?
half their technique has to do with feeling someone out.
Yeah.
You cannot put your hands on anyone in flag. So it's like offensively, we should probably just dog it. We probably have a better chance of outscoring everyone than like being like 50-0, right? It's probably gonna be more so like 50-30 or something like that. Like that's how the scores are gonna look. Like we're not just gonna run the table like that. But it's the only sport I think definitively you can say Americans are 100% the best in. Because Europe is coming for basketball. If not, they're already here.
And in actuality, with the flag football thing, it's like they score a lot regardless. Like in flag football, everybody scores a lot because it's hard to play defense. You can't touch nobody. You can't knock nobody over. They hit the ground when you pull their flag. That's a flag anyway. So it's like it's not much you can do with that. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully, Team USA can get it done again. Another win for the country would be great. But that's gonna wrap it up for us, guys. This was a good show. You know, as always, keep checking in with us. Sean, I'm gonna let you go ahead and wrap it up.
As always, guys, thanks for being my friend.
Go Pats.